guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at some dumb people on TikTok.
Tell me you're stupid without actually telling me you're stupid.
One time I was in my friend's car and I noticed these little bumps here on the knobs here, and I said, oh, that's cool. Is that Braille? And then I realized, why would a blind person be driving?
Okay, but wait a minute, why is there like wee bumps there? I feel like I'm gonna come across as very dumb in this video. Like, I just know that I'm gonna make myself look like a muppet. But you know, like, that is a good reason. Why is there little bumps there? It's just so you can like feel it if it's like dark. Do you wanna know something? I actually don't know the answer to that.
So I'm sitting on the couch watching The Office, and I randomly think of my boyfriend's mom and how she's home by herself most of the day and it's kind of gloomy out, whatever. So I say to him, you know, I'm gonna send them an edible arrangement just because. And when you go to like confirm everything, you can send a no. Mind you, his sister just adopted a deaf pit bull girl. She's adorable. Her name's Bella. And I put P.S. I asked them if they can make a card in Braille for Bella, haha. And my boyfriend's like, what? I'm like, oh, because Bella's deaf. And he's like, honey, they have Braille for people that are blind. What? So there goes the cute joke I put in there. Now they're just gonna laugh because I'm dumb.
I mean, let's be realistic, that is an American moment. You know, Braille's actually so interesting, isn't it? So crazy how like a blind person can literally run their finger over something and know what it says. I think that's just like fantastically like amazing. But I would definitely do that. I mean, you know, maybe a dog could learn Braille. Can a dog even like understand a human? You know, dogs can understand their names and then when they're told to like sit or like come back. But you don't know, in like 20 years time, maybe dogs might be able to understand Braille.
So someone sent me a TikTok, and it was one of the ones where it's like, this person didn't deserve the trauma that they went, and then the screen was black, so like it just reflects your face onto it if you're looking at it. And the person started talking to me and they said, hey, you know, and I was like, oh, that's cool, it was a picture of me, how'd they get that, haha. And then they were like, no, it was definitely a picture of me. And I went and tried to screenshot it. I tried to screenshot my own reflection.
I would definitely do that. We also talk about them things like it's actually really rude whenever you get a TikTok and it's like, this person's the ugliest person in the world, and then the screen goes black and you just see your reflection. But that's something I try to do. He tried to like screenshot his reflection. Oh my god, what a numpty. I feel like I'm on the same level of dumb as him.
I probably shouldn't admit this, but when I was like in high school maybe, or a little younger, I never, like when I was at home sick, I would never watch the show 48 Hours because I always thought that you had to watch it, like it took 48 hours to like finish it. I'm like, who the hell's gonna come back the next day and watch that? You know, why would you watch the first half?
So a show was called 48 Hours. I don't know what type of show it is. She thought it was 48 hours long. Oh my god, yet again, that's an American moment. Are these people like drunk? Like, obviously that's understandable. Actually, no, it's not. But can anyone else relate to this? I can't watch movies that are 2 hours long, but I can easily watch a series which is like 10 episodes long, but they're all an hour long. Why can I do that, but I can't watch movies? I feel like I would definitely be like that. Like, me and her are definitely on the same page.
So growing up, I tried to read the sign of the neighborhood next to mine when I was like in, I don't know how old it was, but I couldn't read it. So in my head, I was like, oh, it must be in Spanish, because that made sense to little Miley. And it wasn't until I was 16 when my friend's dad asked me, hey, what's the name of the neighborhood next to yours? And I said, I don't know, something in Spanish. And he pulled up to it and he looked at it and he looked at me and he said, Parkview Estates? I was like, you mean Estades?
Estades? What's an estate? Is that like a state in Spanish? I was thinking that like the sign for like the drive or whatever it is was gonna be like back to front. So like she was reading it back to front, but no, apparently she was just like reading it wrong. Honestly, that would definitely happen to me, but like my actual like vocabulary is so bad. Whenever I was back in school, we used to take tests like every 6 months to see what our reading age was. I would always have the reading age and vocabulary of a 6-year-old. I was about 16 at the time.
Last night, me and my girlfriend go and pick up my mom from work, and we noticed the moon was looking weird. Something was happening to the moon. Like we were having a little panic attack.
Okay, so something was happening to the moon. Did they just see a full moon or like a cloud going in front of it? Or I bet you it was like a light outside, like a street lamp. What did this girl think the moon was doing?
We went and dropped off my mom at home, and we went and parked in a field so we could watch it better. And we're like, oh my god, it keeps disappearing. What if there's an eclipse happening and, you know, we're the only ones who see it? Only dawned on us later, before bed, there could be clouds in the sky at night.
Yep, I can relate to that. One time me and my mum were driving home from a gymnastics class. I used to do gymnastics whenever I was younger. The way the clouds looked, it literally looked like a big wave was like coming towards us, like it was about to crash. I'm not kidding, we actually thought for like a split second that like the clouds were weird. I don't know how to describe it, but like the clouds looked really weird that day. Imagine a big fat tsunami wave coming at you, but it was the clouds. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It was just weird.
Well, it's finally time for me to tell that story. A couple months ago, we were driving down the road and saw a big sign for a restaurant called International House of Pancakes.
International House of Pancakes. Okay, so they've seen a big sign for a restaurant. What is gonna go wrong? I always try to think in my head what could possibly be the reason that they seem so dumb. Would they go into the restaurant and think there was pancakes from like all over the world?
In the last year, just moved to a big old city, so I was really excited and told my husband, oh my god, look at that. Look at that restaurant. We should take the kids there. They have probably the most amazing pancakes because it's the International House of Pancakes. At this point, my husband looks at me and says, what are you talking about? I point and I say, look at that sign, baby. Look at the restaurant. He says, that's IHOP. What are you talking about? At this point, I realized that IHOP stands for International House of Pancakes. My whole life, I didn't know that. Oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie, I've heard of IHOP. I swear it used to be IHOP. But like, I didn't even know that International House of Pancakes. Do they only like serve pancakes? I've never been to a restaurant like that. But like, I'm looking with you. Like, if I seen a restaurant that like said it was like the International Pancake Restaurant, I'd be thinking, Jesus, they've got like amazing pancakes. I'm gonna give her benefit of the doubt. I'm actually with her. Like, that isn't dumb. She just like misinterpreted like the sign.
See how this garbage can doesn't have, like, it's not solid on the wall exterior? I decided I was going to throw up in that one day, and that didn't go well.
Oh my god, why would you do that? Also, am I the only person who hates bins like that? I've got a bin down my corner and it's like a big plastic, what would you say, like a bucket, but like it's a bin. I can't stand them bins. Like, I don't understand them. What is the point of them? What's the point of having a bin like that if it's just got like little holes? Like, what is the actual point? You're meant to put like a plastic bag in it. But I mean, if you ever need to vomit, just don't vomit in that because it'll go everywhere.
I guess it's my turn to shine, which is probably not something I should be excited about, but this story's too funny not to share, so here we go. So I used to have a really bad habit of being a picker. I picked my scabs, I picked my nose, I picked my pimples.
Do you want to know something? There's nothing wrong with that. I do it as well. If you literally look at my thumb, I don't know if it's going to be able to show. Okay, the camera's like not focusing, but basically I always pick my hand. I can't stop doing it. Like, it's actually really bad. I really want to go and get my nails done, but I'm scared of going in because like the skin around my fingers are literally picked off.
Years back, my lips were super dry and I decided to pick the dryness off my lips.
I literally do that as well. Like, I was doing that earlier. I was literally biting it. Sometimes my lips aren't even like dry and I'll just like bite the skin off. This is so bad. Like, no wonder sometimes my lips literally look a state. I need to stop picking and biting everything.
The esthetician in me is screaming right now. So I'm, mindlessly picking my lip when all of a sudden my lip rips the whole way across, which of course hurt. So of course I reasonably grab the chapstick and slather it all over my lips. I don't know if you guys remember those soft lip chapsticks that burn the crap out of your lips when you put it on, but that's what I did. Minutes later, I'm wondering why my lip feels weird, and see for yourself.
Oh.
It blew up like a balloon.
Oh my god, so that's bad enough that she's telling us about it, but like she literally has photo proof. Oh my god, she actually looked like she got like a load of lip filler and her lip was like swollen. I don't really use chapstick. I usually use like Vaseline. That's like my go-to. I have like little Vaseline sticks, which is just Vaseline but like in a stick form. They usually do me fine. But oh my god, she proper ripped her lip apart and then like it's swelled up.
Tell me you're stupid without actually telling me you're stupid. I'll start. So my air conditioning hasn't been working for the past couple days. So I texted my mechanic who worked on it last week and I said, hey, my air conditioning doesn't work. He's like, okay, it's probably just like a freezing. We can recharge that for you. Like, don't worry. So I pull up. He checks it out. He's like, no, everything's like fine. Everything's charged. Let me take a look. You should be good now.
So basically she wasn't pressing the button to turn the AC on or something like that. What's that other thing that people like get pranked into? Is it like premium airs in your tires? I feel like if I went to a mechanic and they told me that, I would go and like get premium air even though air is air. I'm telling you, I actually seem so dumb. And do you want to know something? I am dumb. I just don't have like a functioning brain. Sometimes it genuinely is like mushy jelly.
It was Valentine's Day 2012. This girl shows up at my front door and asks for my husband. She has a huge teddy bear and 2 presents. I say, who are you? She says, oh, well, I'm his cousin. Just let him know I came by when he gets off work. So when he gets off work, I tell him she came by, she had gifts. He was like, oh yeah, that was my cousin, you know, no worries. I'm like, okay. Well, 2 years later, the same girl shows up at my front door again, knock, 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 and says, where is at? I said, oh, he's at work. She says, well, I'm pregnant, so we all need to sit down and talk. I say, I thought you were his cousin. Like, for 2 years, you said you were his cousin. Yeah, I was young and I was dumb. Was very dumb. And even after that, he still tried to deny the fact that they were together. And no, they were not cousins. They had been messing around like behind my back. But that's how dumb I was that I stayed even 6 months after that till I left and I got out.
I mean, sometimes whenever it comes to relationships, you can be very dumb and like you don't want to leave it when you really need to. Oh my god, I was thinking that like he was actually her cousin. He impregnated her. Basically, they were having an affair behind her back, and yeah, it was going on a long time. Oh my god, thank god they weren't cousins and had a baby together. I was starting to believe this is going to be like a gypsy video where like the people are pregnant and there's loads of affairs. Anyways guys, that is the end of that video. That is some dumb people on TikTok. If you thought you were dumb, I guess you're not as dumb as these people and as dumb as me. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you're a subscribe button, and yes, I'll see you all in my next video.